if I'm really going to start telling my story and just letting all of this out, then I really have to do this one thing. People like horror now. People like horror movies. People like to be horrified. People are, I think, pretty desensitized to violence and true horror. Hell, do you want to see hell in real life? And I'm going to show something graphic, and it's just what you see if you Google depleted uranium babies, okay? Look, my mom and dad met in basic training for the United States Army. They were deployed to Desert Storm. They both got sick in Desert Storm. My mom had a lymph node swell up in her armpit the size of a golf ball overnight. That turned to cancer years later and spread to her breast, and she had to get a mastectomy. And guess what? She beat cancer, and she's clean 5 years now from cancer. Her body has been purified from it. Thank God for that. But they both got sick, and my dad had diarrhea every single day after he came back from Desert Storm. And I believe, I can't tell anyone what is reality. Look, this is what I believe, okay? This is what I believe, and anyone can, you look up the information yourself, okay? If anyone would do, but I trust the government. Look, no, this is what I believe, okay? They use depleted uranium ammunition and all kinds of stuff, anthrax vaccines, all this messed up stuff. Hundreds of thousands of veterans came back sick. That's called Gulf War illness, okay? And that's true, and look that up. Look up Gulf War illness. I think everyone should know about that. If I'm really telling my story, look that up, because my parents went through that, and I appreciate that. But look, this is it. And look, I'm going to show you the depleted uranium babies, all right? And this is the babies that were born in Iraq. And this is the mutations, okay, babies. I'm going to show it to you. You see this? You see this? People like horror. People like it nowadays. Look at this. Do you see this? Don't say, look at this. So if I die today, if I die in my sleep tonight, okay, don't say that I did not try. Do not tell me I will not accept that I do not have a voice, okay? Look at this. Look at this. And no one was ever held responsible. No one had to pay. No one ever. They use toxic waste. That is a war crime. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay? And look, is this intense? Is this intense? Am I being too dramatic? Is this too dramatic? People, I hate when people say that, you know, because it's like too dramatic. What? I've heard people say, look, you're being too dramatic. This isn't a movie. Look, you're damn right. This is not a movie. This is reality. This is reality. And you know what? Non-fiction is not non-fiction. Okay, you can't define something as that which is not fake. No. There is fiction and then there is reality. There is fiction and then there is truth. That is what I believe. And you know what, Hollywood, you can't have this story. Hollywood, look at me. Look at me, Uncle Sam, look at me. Uncle Sam, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You can't have this story. This is mine. This is what it means. Free speech, the Constitution. This is what it means, okay? This is it. This is what it looks like. Look at this. And if I die, look, I'm going to leave this on the stone. The internet is a stone, and we're like cavemen trying to figure out, how do we use these tools? How are we supposed to use these? Look, this is my reaction, okay? And I don't need a gun, okay? I don't need to hurt anyone. Look at my first video. Look, I forgive you, and I can repeat that again. Look, I'm crying. Look, I was crying. Look, I don't care if I cry. I forgive you. But you know what? No more silence. I will not be lied to anymore. I have a voice. I have a voice. And I don't care if anyone sees this. I don't care. Even after I die. 0 views. I don't give a shit. I'm leaving it on the stone. Like the cavemen they painted. This is it. And I walk with these crutches, and I have bone tumors. The entire left side of my skull is riddled with bone tumors, and my legs are riddled with bone tumors. And they broke and they curved so much that both of my legs, they're supposed to be, the femurs are supposed to be straight, but they're like this, they're curved, and they're way shorter than they should be, and it hurts, and I can't get at a good angle to sleep. And this deformity, it's called the shepherd's crook. I have two. I have a shepherd's crook deformity in both femurs. And I have titanium rods inside of these shepherd's crook deformity messed up femurs. And I'm in pain right now. And I take Tylenol because I can't take opiates because I was addicted to it for years. Look, I'm 24 years old and I spent 4 to 5 years on oxycodone watching Netflix. That's a realistic, you can ask my family, ask the people who knew me. That is a realistic summary of the way I spent 4 to 5 years of my life. Look, no. Look, I'm looking myself in the eye. This is real. No more black holes. No more self-deception, Daniel. You have a voice. Daniel, you have a voice. And you know what? To every single human on the planet, look at me. You have a voice. And what I want more than anything, more than money, fame, that stuff is worthless to me. It sounds like a nightmare, honestly, to be famous. And I'm not saying I'm better than them. Like, if they get fulfillment out of it, go for it. But, like, this sounds like a nightmare. I don't want it. I'm good. People love me and they take care of me. And guess what? I wouldn't trade places with anybody. I wouldn't trade places with anybody. Rich, fame, how does there, but I wish I had been a guy with a better face with no tumors in it. No, I'm proud to be me and to be here. No one can have this story. This is what it looks like. I'm a caveman with a tool. And I love you. And I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your voice.